The story of Cain and Abel, you don't have to believe in God to understand the message of the story in Cain and Abel, which is a really simple message.
It's not that simple because one represented agriculture and one represented herding, like
Animal husbandry.
Animal husbandry.
Right.
And that was in that era. Obviously, the story tells us that what that meant in that era, which was very important because there was a time in history when those two things were in conflict.
For sure.
The way we argue about things that are, to us, should we do this or should we tax more? Should we tax less? They were like, should we go with raising the food?
Yeah.
I'm a conservative. I say we should just hunt it down. What is this raising food?
In the biblical text, anyway, the basic idea is that Cain and Abel, actually Cain is the first one who says, let's bring sacrifices. So they bring sacrifices. It doesn't really explain why God accepts Abel's sacrifice, but then God gives Cain a big speech. He says, sin crouches at your door, but you can avoid it basically if you do the right thing. Then, of course, Cain, instead of trying to learn from Abel what he did right or trying to correct his own ways so as to bring a better sacrifice, decides he's going to kill Abel because he's jealous of him and angry that his sacrifice was accepted. The basic idea, which I think is still relevant today, is the basic idea that if you are successful in society, it must be because you've exploited somebody. And if you're a failure in society, it must be because you were exploited. And that is the ugliest thing that I think is happening.
Well, boy, is
right
that
now.
relevant today.